and welcome back to Key's Kitchen. Today is a very special day. Today is my anniversary. It is Key's Kitchen anniversary. It's my anniversary. Yes, so today Key's Kitchen turns 3 years old. So on February 8th, 2020, I made my first ever Instagram post for Key's Kitchen. I think it was like shrimp tacos or something like that. And since then, we've been running the recipes up. Let me tell y'all, 2022 was a year of like lots of work. Like I was putting in that work. I had over 15 catering or just dessert type of events. I had my first pop-up shop. I posted over 10 videos on YouTube, started a YouTube series called In Your Kitchen Tried and True. Speaking of In Your Kitchen, I sold more copies of my cookbook In Your Kitchen. And so it was just an amazing year. And so going into year 3 in 2023, I'm just ready for whatever God want to do. I mean, whatever you want to do, Lord, just do it. You know, if you want me to go viral, you can do that. If you want me to make more money, you can do that. But in honor of Key's Kitchen anniversary, first of all, if you want to, you can cash at me. You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to us. Key's Kitchen Prayer. You see the shirt. Cash App, Zelle, whatever, if you want to. But because my anniversary is so special to me, and you all are so special to me, as a anniversary gift from Key's Kitchen to you all, you see these ingredients. You already know what the heck is going on. I'm finna show y'all how I make my Key's Kitchen banana pudding. Now, if you know anything about Key's Kitchen, you know banana pudding is what put me on the map. I first made this banana, well, I've made this banana pudding multiple times just for like family events, Thanksgiving, etc. So when the pandemic hit, and, you know, we was all in the house, my mom, she was like, oh, can you make this, can you make that, can you make this? And so one day she had me make some banana pudding, and she had some leftover mason jars. And I was like, oh, it would be so cute if I made my banana pudding and like put it in the mason jar, yada, yada, yada. We was just gonna eat it in the house. But I posted the jars, and somebody commented on it. I can't remember your name, but whoever you are, it's a man. Somebody commented under it, and he said, you selling this? And I was like, sure, I can. So I DM'd him and I was like, hey, so like what you was interested in, like a jar or like a pan, like what you was thinking. He was like, well, what's your prices? And I was like, well, what are my prices? And so I started doing like a quick little research, like how much do people charge for dessert jars and da 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 da. Did a little bit of research, and I was like, okay, what I'm gonna do. So I told him, okay, here's my prices for a jar, a pan, a big pan, etc, etc. And he was like, oh, hey, bet, let me get, I think he ordered like a jar or two or something like that. And from there, baby, banana pudding skyrocketed during the pandemic. When I tell you I was serving banana pudding like crack during the pandemic, like I would have my mask on, I'd knock on the door, run away, text them your banana pudding outside, because you know it was like germs and stuff outside. It was crazy. I sold so much banana pudding. I made enough money to cover my rent for the next month. And because it was a pandemic, I wasn't really working. I wasn't sure where I was gonna get these funds from, and literally God used banana pudding to fund my rent, and he used y'all to help me. Therefore, I want to give back. Key's Kitchen is about food, fun, faith, and recipes. This is the place where if you need a recipe for free, you come to me. Oh, that's a good little tag. If you need a recipe for free, then you come to me, period. So in honor of that, I'm gonna be making my banana pudding recipe with y'all. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. I do not measure for this recipe. So when so many people ask me, can you send me a recipe? Can you send me a recipe? And I'm like, y'all, I don't even know. I just know what I put in it, and I taste as I go. Like literally, that's how I make the banana pudding. So every batch may taste like a little bit different, but that's how I make it. So first of all, I'm gonna just go through the ingredients. All right, so boom. So one thing that's special about Key's Kitchen banana pudding is that I use 2 types of cookies. Some people only use chestnut, some people only use vanilla wafers. I use them both, old generation and new generation. So I combine them, and it's delectable, baby. I love it. Also, I use cream cheese. So if you can't see, this is whipped cream cheese. Any softened cream cheese will work, but I like to use the whip because it's easier to just whisk in, and it forms less clumps, versus if I use a cream cheese block, I spend a lot more time whisking and putting in work to try to get those clumps out. You're gonna need you some milk, some sweet condensed milk. So you need 2 types of milk, regular milk, sweet condensed milk. And then these banana cream jello boxes. So I know y'all probably think, oh my gosh, she don't make it from scratch. No, I don't. I don't care. It tastes bomb regardless. And as much stuff as I add to it, you might as well say I made it. Anyways, I use banana cream boxes. All I use is banana cream boxes. I don't mix banana cream and vanilla. I don't do that. But straight banana cream boxes. And then I use clear vanilla extract. I use clear because it just makes the banana pudding not be dark when you add vanilla extract into it. I also put cinnamon and nutmeg in mine. And then of course your Cool Whip topping, like, you need this, it's super great. And then bananas, lol, bananas for just decorative purposes. So sometimes I line the bottom of the pan with it, sometimes I put them on top. Well, actually all the time I put them on top, lol. And then you just need some mixing bowls and a whisk. If you have a spatula, get that too to help get the size, but you need a whisk, some mixing bowls, and your taste buds, because you're gonna have to taste it as you go. So without further ado, we finna get into it. So first things first, like I've told y'all in a previous video, I'm a follow the instructions type of chick. So with these banana cream boxes, it tells you exactly how much milk you need. So it's important that you use cold milk. You don't really want it to be room temperature so that your pudding can firm up and things of that nature. But for this big box, I'm gonna need 3 cups of milk, lol. I'm gonna need 3 cups of milk. And then for this little box, I'm pretty sure it's 2, but let me make sure. Yeah, I'm gonna need 2 cups of milk for this. So total 5 cups of milk if you needed to make both of these boxes. Both of these can fill up, pretty much kind of fill up a half pan or like a square pan like this. For a square pan like this, you only need 1 box. So I'm only going to make 1 box, but I just wanted to let y'all know I do make half pans often, and so I typically use both of those boxes to get me a half pan. Or you can do 2 of these boxes to get you a half pan, knowing you're going to have some extra that you want to keep to the side, whatever. But this usually gets me a nice good size half pan, plus I fill the top up with cookie crumbles and bananas and stuff like that. So if you want to make sure there's no extras, 2 of these should be good, big one, little one, but it's up to you. So first things first, I take my pudding mix and pour it in 1 big bowl, and then I use this bowl to mix together my cream cheese, sweet condensed milk. Alright, so like I told y'all, I do not measure typically when I make banana pudding, but because I love y'all and it's my anniversary, I am going to use measuring cups to put everything in. I'll tell you what sizes I'm using. If you want to, you can put in the effort to like count up what I'm doing, but I'm really, like I'm telling y'all, this is a taste and go type of ordeal. So you give your milk and pudding a little mix. And so then while it's wet like this, I like to add in my vanilla extract. So I'm gonna start off with half a tablespoon. Like I said, I usually just be mixing it. And then I'm also gonna add in some cinnamon and nutmeg. Of course, I use more cinnamon than I do nutmeg, but I don't know, they just work good together. So I'm gonna start off with half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and then like 1/4 a teaspoon of nutmeg. Okay. And then mix it all while it's still liquidy, mix it together. So then you're gonna let that just sit there, and then we're gonna start mixing our other ingredients together. So with this sweet condensed milk, I usually, for 1 box, I usually use about half a can. So we'll see how much that is. I'm gonna start by putting it in a 1/3 cup and see if that's half a can. Then I go in with some cream cheese. So I'm gonna do 1/3 cup of cream cheese to start off too. Make it even. See what I need to adjust, and the adjustment really comes when I start mixing it into the pudding. So 1/3 cup of cream cheese. Like I said, usually I just be slapping the cream cheese in there till it look right. And then I'm gonna do my whipping cream in here as well. So this is Cool Whip. It's not the brand, it's the Walmart one. Save money, live better. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Walmart. I'm gonna do a half cup of Cool Whip to start. Okay. So my pudding is starting to set some, and I'm gonna mix these ingredients together until they're a nice smooth consistency. All right, so you see this is nice and smooth. It's no lumps. I can tell from this already that I'm gonna need some more Cool Whip. So I'm gonna go in with another half cup of Cool Whip. So right now, I said I wasn't gonna add it up, but literally I'm sitting here adding up. Right now we have 1 cup of Cool Whip. And I can tell I'm gonna need some more sweet condensed milk because that 1/3, after the sweet condensed milk settled in the can, I can tell it's not half the can. But that's chill. All right, we're gonna do 1 more cup of this. And so the Cool Whip is what gives it like that nice airy flavor that people like in my banana pudding. And then the sweet condensed milk, clearly sweet condensed milk, it gives it the nice sweet flavor. And the cream cheese just make it creamy. I don't know, like the things is doing exactly what they're supposed to do. So for the sweet condensed milk, I'm gonna go in with a 1/4 cup now. I'll do a 1/4 cup of this. And the good thing about this is like when you're tasting and you're going, you can kind of tell what you need. So if it's too sweet, that means you probably did a little too much sweet condensed milk. You can add more cream cheese in it to help, you know, balance that flavor. If it tastes too airy, so it just tastes straight like whipped cream, then you add more sweet condensed milk in there. You kind of just play around with it until it gives you what you want. All right, so this is nice and smooth. Okay, next I'm gonna come over here and just whip my pudding up. You can't really see it, but it's starting to stiffen up some. Get this together. So I will say that 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon it's giving like too much cinnamon. I could tell because I can see a whole bunch of cinnamon flakes. I don't like that. So maybe do a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon and an 1/8 teaspoon of nutmeg. But when I add these other ingredients in here, that cinnamon is not going to be as thick. But yeah. So we can see the pudding is starting to thicken up. It's not super thick yet, but it's starting to thicken up. So then what I do is I put this in here, the whole thing. Alright, so now that they're combined, now you literally just whisk it together. One telltale sign of good banana pudding is that it's light skin. Okay, so if you come to me and you're like, ooh girl, you gotta try so-and-so banana pudding, and I go and it's like dark yellow, I'm gonna be like, they ain't do nothing but add some Cool Whip to the box mix. I don't want it. They ain't even try it. They ain't even try to freak it a little bit. But yeah, so I know my banana pudding is getting to ready when it start looking real light. So light banana pudding is good. For me, I don't like dark banana pudding. If you like that, that's okay. It's your taste buds. But this is for my banana pudding. So you want to mix it real good until everything is combined. And so as you see, it's starting to get lighter. I don't know if y'all can see this. Lighter, light skin, all that. And it's also still very loose because it hasn't set for this full time yet. Just drip a little bit on my finger. Okay. So because of how it's tasting, it is very airy. So what I'm going to do is add some more sweet condensed milk and cream cheese. But I'm going to add it into this bowl first so that I can combine them and then put it in here. So, oops, I didn't measure it. Hold on, let me do it again. Okay, let me see. This might be like maybe a 4th cup. It's a little less than a 4th cup. Actually, it's kind of like a 4th cup. Yeah. Basically a 4th cup of cream cheese is what it's giving. And then I'm gonna do some more sweet condensed milk. So maybe I lied. Maybe I use a whole can of sweet condensed milk when I'm making one box. That actually sounds right because I usually don't have nothing left in the can. Sorry I lied to y'all. So I probably do use the whole thing of this. So I'm still gonna measure it for sakes. So I'm gonna do another 4th cup. which is almost this whole thing. Not quite. That makes sense. I'm like, I surely don't be having sweet condensed milk left over. Sorry I lied to y'all. Oh yeah. Hope y'all can forgive me. Period. Okay, so then I take the whisk, whisk these together till it's smooth. When I first started making banana pudding, I typically would just combine all my ingredients in one bowl and just whisk it, whisk it, whisk it. But you know, I got really strong arms from doing that because it would be so hard to try to get those clumps out the cream cheese that I would be whisking for so long. And so one time I was on YouTube, I was on Instagram, and someone posted a reel of them making their banana pudding, and they mixed their extra ingredients on the side, and I was like, that is so smart. And so since then I've been doing it like that as well. So shout out to whoever that was on Instagram. You helped my arms. You know what I mean? Some arm strength. Nothing wrong with a little arm strength, but still. So add that into your bowl. So that was 1/4 cup of cream cheese and sweet condensed milk. We're gonna mix it. Okay, so unfortunately, the devil tried to get his lick back on me on my anniversary, so I lost all the rest of the footage from this banana pudding video. If you follow me on Instagram, you also seen the banana pudding cake that I made. I recorded the whole thing to show you all, lost all that footage too, but guess what? I don't care. It's still my anniversary. So I hope y'all have enjoyed what was left of this video and what you could see. Make sure you write down what I did. After this, all I did was put this banana pudding in a pan, put some cookies over it, and put some bananas in it. So thank y'all again for tuning in to Key's Kitchen. First of all, why would he even stop on this clip? The devil really just tried to play me, but it's okay because I'm finna set him up in my prayer life. Don't even worry about it. But thank y'all for tuning in to Key's Kitchen, and I hope y'all have a blessed February 8th, period.